Hey, my beautiful followers. I hope you guys are all having a beautiful Saturday morning. I am outside of my office space. Well, I still have my office space because many of you know that I'm actually moving office spaces this weekend. I'm really excited, actually. New levels of growth, expansion, just new adventures in a new place. We are I think tripling, maybe quadrupling the size of our office, which is going to be truly amazing. But that is not what the live stream is about today. It's not what the live stream is about. The live stream is about sex and the vortex. So the other day I was listening to some Abraham Hicks, which I absolutely love Abraham Hicks. If you do not do law of attraction, Abraham Hicks stuff, definitely go on YouTube, listen to some of the little videos. It's truly inspiring, can really get you in a good mood. And I try to listen to Abraham at least once a day. And then, of course, I teach law of attraction stuff. But one of the things that people really get confused about is they go, Addison, you say you're a sex and relationship coach. Sorry, there is a fan and it's making a whole bunch of squeaky noise. So if you hear that, I don't know if you hear that. But if you hear it, that's what it is. But I get people all the time that are like, you say you're a sex and relationship coach, you say you do all this other coaching, so how does law of attraction fit into that? How does law of attraction fit into this? And first of all, I'm a tantric practitioner, and everything fits into tantra. Everything. Tantra is everything. And so it all fits in. If we can't weave our sex and our manifestation and our dreams and our goals and our career and our relationships and our love and our self-worth, all of it, all the yumminess of life together, then we are not living a tantric life. And so that is what Tantra is about. And that, at the end of the day, is my foundation. At the end of the day, that is always my foundation, is the Tantra. But I was listening to this video, and it was talking about how sex really got this woman in the vortex, how she had this beautiful sexual relationship, and the sexual relationship really got her in this energy. And it got me thinking about how that's so true, and that is what I teach my clients all the time. That is, we're constantly talking about how sex gets us in the vortex, and I'm not even just talking about the act of penetrative sex. I'm talking sexual energy gets us in the vortex. Many of you yesterday, if you are not on my personal profile, then you may not have seen this. But if you're on my personal profile, you saw a picture. If you're on my Instagram, you saw the same picture. I don't think I posted it over here on my page, but I had gone out for dinner last night, and I wore my favorite sexy dress. And it's not even that it's that incredibly of a sexy dress. It just makes me feel good. It's got good energy, good vibes attached to it. And I was feeling good. I was feeling in my sexual energy. It wasn't that I was doing anything sexual. It wasn't that I was actually, having sex in that moment. But it was that I was feeling into my sexual energy. I was feeling into my lower chakras. I was feeling into my entire body. I was feeling into my genitals. I was breathing in. I was really in this beautiful energy. And that is our sexual energy. When I was feeling passionate, I was feeling turned on to life, not just to the beautiful man I was with, not just to the dress I was wearing, not just to the beautiful weather we are currently having in North Texas, but I was turned on to just life. And that had me in the vortex. That had me in that beautiful place of manifesting and pulling stuff in that I really desired. And when we talk about actual penetrative sex, when we're in the bedroom with our partner, if we are having good gourmet sex, as my friend Kendall would describe it, gourmet sexing. If we're having gourmet sexing, then we are having a vortex experience. We are having one of those moments where we call things in. There used to be, years ago, everyone was talking about sex magic, and that's what this is. That's what this is. That's what this means. It is getting into these pleasurable feelings, getting into the sensation of, first of all, letting it go, letting the fuck go, because most of us are holding everything like this, even our sex a lot of times. That is one of the things I work with my clients a lot of times that come to me and that are struggling in the bedroom, is they cannot surrender. They cannot just let go. They cannot get out of their heads and get into their bodies, get into their genitals, get into that yummy sensation, all the sensations, even some of the sensations that might not feel good, because guess what? Sometimes our sex doesn't always feel, or this beautiful orgasmic experience. Sometimes our sex actually brings up emotion. Sometimes we hit places in our bodies, especially I know as a woman, where our man can like hit a certain piece of our vaginal canal, and it's like we have to like breathe into it, because there could be some holding. That is all a very tantric experience. But if we're in that experience and we're in our bodies and we're truly tuning into those sensations, and especially the pleasurable sensations, then we are definitely calling in. We are tapping into all the beauty, and the manifestations we want will be coming into us so much easier. And especially if I don't want to use the term focus, because that is counterproductive. But if we even are in the middle of sex and we just we set an intention with our partner, I really this is our intention kind of going into this, and not focus in on it, but at that point where you're really turned on, just have that moment of a visual representation for just all it takes is 20 seconds, actually technically 17 seconds, but if you focus in on it for 20 seconds together as a couple, and then you guys just ride that orgasmic wave, I can tell you're going to pull that in. And even if we're not talking manifestations here, you're just going to be feeling good. We like to think of sex as a quick get-off. Well, if you're going into your sex as a quick get-off, then you're not getting into that vibrational state that sex can really bring us into. Because sex does bring us into this beautiful vibrational state if we allow ourselves to drop into it. We allow ourselves to feel into it. We allow ourselves to just have fun and play and laugh. We take our sex way too seriously, guys, way too seriously. If you are not laughing in the bedroom, then there is something going on. If you are not really getting in there and just enjoying yourself and allowing yourself to surrender and be a little silly and allow yourself to be even a little animalistic, and just allowing yourself to explore self, because that is what sex is about. It is about exploring yourself, exploring your depth, and also exploring your partner's depth at a different level. And when we really drop into this kind of sexing, I promise you, you will find yourself in the vortex. And then if you continue to allow that energy and to overtake you throughout the day and really bring it forward into your day, you're gonna stay in that vortex. There is a reason that people who are having that gourmet, deeper level of sexing, you can tell. I can people watch at Starbucks and be like, that woman's having good sex, that man's having some good sex, and then all of these other people are having crap sex. You can tell, because there's a glow, there's an energy, there's a vibration. And again, it's not even just about the penetrative sex. It's about, are you tuning in? Are you tuning into your body? Are you tuning into your genitals? Are you pulling that energy up? And that is a very tantric, very, very, holistic practitioner kind of thing. If you've not learned to really pull your energy and work with your energy, then I suggest you start doing some reading or find a coach or practitioner that does that. But really pulling your energy up through the chakras, allowing your heart to open, allowing your third eye to open, allowing yourself to truly expand outwards. This first comes from our sexual energy. If we have no sexual energy going at all, if we are shutting it down, and you never shut it down completely, but if we are definitely dimming the light of our sexual energy, then we're missing our passion. We're missing the depth of our emotion. We're missing some grounded energy in our life. Now, Our sacral chakra is not a grounding force, but it is our lower chakras. It is getting us into our body, embodying ourselves. And if we can get into our bodies, if we can embody ourselves at that deeper level and then pull that energy up, you will start to radiate. You will start to radiate. I tell a story about when I first started on my tantric path years and years and years ago. Meeting my mentor at the time and her coming into it wasn't Starbucks, it was just like a little local coffee shop, and she was like glowing, and I was like, what the heck is going on with this lady? And at the time I knew nothing about Tantra. I say that, but we all know something about Tantra. We just don't we aren't conscious about that knowledge that we already have. But anyway, so she walked in and I was like, what is up with this woman? Because she's like glowing. And I promise you, she had had some really good sex the day before, because she really was vibrating that energy outward, that beautiful, sexual, confident energy. And you've seen it in people. Those are those people that they're laughing, they're moving. You can tell they're embodied in their movement. If you're a man, you might not be like swaying, but if you're a man, you're in that like confident space, head held high, you're laughing, you're joking. You can tell people that feel good. You really can tell people who are feeling good or in that vibe of like in the vortex of just riding that wave. And our sex is one of the easiest ways we can get into the vortex, because it's all about pleasure. It's all about feeling good. It's all about embodiment. And those things, when we are in pleasure, when we are feeling good, when we are embodied, it is almost impossible for us not to get in the vortex. The issue is most of us in our sex get in our heads, and that's not going to get you into the vortex. If you are having crap sex, if you are not really tuning into your sex, dropping into your sex, then you're gonna be missing this beautiful experience to get you into the vortex. And even I deal with single people all the time that are like, well, Addison, I don't have a partner. And again, it is, you can tune into your genitals, you can tune into your sexual energy anytime. Right now, I am tuning into my sexual energy. I'm not having sex with anybody in this moment. But I can feel my sexual energy. I can feel my genitals. I can feel that energy coming up into my heart chakra and really just expanding outward. It is not about the act of sex. It is about being in that sexual energy. And if you have no clue what I'm talking about, I'm going to suggest that you go to my page, you start reading some of my articles focused in on sex. Maybe you do a little bit of coaching. Maybe you go find another coach if I'm not the coach for you. But you really start digging deep, because I promise you, once you start to reawaken your sexual energy, you will reawaken your life. You will reawaken your life. Guaranteed. So, all right, guys, I have some amazing, beautiful clients that I'm going to go see. Have my last appointments in my office before we move this weekend. But I did want to jump on here and say hello to you guys and just share that little piece of advice for everybody, because we all can fall out of the vortex. We all can get stuck in our sexing and miss this beautiful experience of stepping into the vortex, stepping into that pleasure, stepping into that next level of expansion just of self. It's not even just about the sex, it's about expansion of self. So on that note, if you want to work with me one-on-one, if you're interested in my programs, any of my offerings currently, I have lots of new events that are going to be popping on in the Dallas Plano area. So if you're interested in any of that, you can check me out at addisonbell.net. There's an application if you want to work with me one-on-one, if you want to do any tantric work. All of that is up for grabs. I still have a couple slots left for my fall clients, so go check all of that out. Other than that, please like, share, comment. If you know somebody that could use this information, then please tag them in the video. I always love your comments, your questions. I always go back and read them and really try to touch base with you guys, because I love my followers. I love connecting with you guys. I love hearing what you have to say. So I hope you have an amazing rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys soon for another Addison Unleashed. Love y'all. Bye.